Several of the top paid book apps right now are from the decidedly non-technical but enormously popular Twilight series about teenage vampires. And these are not merely substitution sales. These are new customers who likely would not otherwise purchase a printed book, as well as customers who are purchasing both print and digital versions. We've seen a similar trend with Safari Books Online, online subscription access, a joint venture we run with Pearson. We have nearly a decade of data to look at. The print market, as you saw, is in terrible shape, but Safari is growing 30% year on year. And these are additive sales. Our sales volume in the print market has actually increased steadily since Safari launched. At O'Reilly, we're moving very quickly into mobile publishing, in particular on the iPhone. Here's our page in iTunes. Note that there are 25 more pages of these. We have about 300 apps in the App Store, with more to come in the weeks and months ahead. Our current bestseller, this is iPhone: The Missing Manual by New York Times columnist David Pogue. At first, we weren't sure whether people would really want to read books on complex technologies, books that often include complex formatting, like tables and figures and computer code, on a mobile phone. But as you can see from this review down here, Saber31, please release all your books on iPhone. This is an excellent resource to have handy. 5 stars. These absolutely are readers who are glad we followed them to their smartphones. Note the high-resolution, full-color images, as well as the blue text there, which is, of course, hyperlinks. We released our very first app way back in December, ancient history now almost, for iPhone: The Missing Manual, and we replaced it with a newer version this summer. And during the life of that app, so December to early summer, we sold more units of that app than of the printed book. And this is a printed book that was not only the top seller among consumer titles about the iPhone, it was the best seller for all computer books during the holiday season, and was the number 6 computer book overall during that period. Here's a relative comparison in units of the iPhone Missing Manual app, the print version of the book, and the next best-selling book in the category. And here's data from a few weeks ago. A lot of people said, well, this is a fluke. iPhone Missing Manual, David Pogue, of course. This is data from the first set of 17 apps that we put out. The blue segment represents units sold as iPhone apps. The red segment, units sold at retail as measured by BookScan. You can see that for several of the titles, there were more units sold on iPhone than in print and retail. While most other publishers talk about and think about ebooks, they talk about standalone readers like Kindle and Sony and Plastic Logic. And those are absolutely an important channel for us. It often represents 20% or more of our Amazon sales for a given title in a given week. But there are simply many, many millions more smartphones than there are e-readers. This slide gives you an idea of the results that we're seeing when we compare mobile app sales versus dedicated reader sales on a per-device basis. Now, I can't tell you which specific brands are involved here. Each of these comparisons involves app sales and ebook sales for a single branded device, and each of these devices has broad consumer acceptance. And the App Store is a global market. These are the recent rankings for the free light version of iPhone: The Missing Manual. You can sample, just as we put a sample chapter on our website for free. We have an app that contains just one chapter of the book in the App Store for free. It contains one chapter as a sample with a call to action to buy the full version. This list actually goes further down. This is all I could fit in taking a screenshot.